equation is going to be on Tuesday's test. So Tuesday's test is going to be any kind of solving equation. It could be have a number line test, could be domain and domain of the problems, could be things like that. Yes. What? Is it?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, Tuesday the fast testing.
So it's gonna be block period in the morning or what?
Yeah.
I guess test Monday then.
You should tell them when you find out.
It doesn't matter. Okay, so a lot of people want to whining and complain about where the test is. Look, smart people, it could be test today and it'll be done. The only time you actually, statistically speaking, right? It is actually true. Like a lot of time, like the more day I delay the test, the results actually not better. It's actually getting worse. The interesting thing is if you prepare all the homework every day like you're supposed to work, you're not gonna work like 6 days homework Monday. There's no way you're gonna do that. So the thing is, if you do homework every day and just accumulate all the knowledge, and all the homework questions kind of repeat itself, it's not like I didn't change a lot. Every day I just introduce a new idea. So every day, like yesterday's homework, I only introduced a domain idea and a number line test idea. So first 4 questions is the one that's on the homework. So technically that if you say that test is 1 day earlier, now the problem is the test 1 day later, you're gonna forget all the stuff. So almost like, no, I don't prefer to test Monday, however, but in this case I have to, because if I wait till the Thursday, your result is gonna start going down as each day is gonna go down. How much it go down? Roughly 5% per day. So I tested before. I tested like if I extend 1 day further, I thought the test result would be better, but usually actually going down as I'm test going down because those people actually prepare. They start not prepare those topic once it extend more days, so they start losing stuff. So make sure you just understand all the things here. Then the thing it will be much better. But anyway, and here's the work. Any other questions? Yes. Number 3. Let me see. Number 3 is a good question. I won't go over that one because I'm thinking about put that one on this year's test. So f of x equal to root 2x cubed minus 18x. I know that 2x cubed minus 18x must be greater or equal to 0. Did you do that? Because radicand has to be greater than 0. Factor out 2x. X squared minus 9. Factor more. X plus 3, x minus 3. A number line test must be performed here. I see throughout, I go in throughout the whole classroom. Maybe there's only 12 people did number line test. Everybody just come up with a solution. I don't know if you copy your homework. Because it's all the same shit, like kind of reciprocated. Or you just not paying attention to what I told you to do. So you gotta make sure you pay attention when you do. You want to do good on the test. There's no shortcut. Do the right thing. You get the right answers. So this is gonna be 0. This is gonna be -3. This is gonna be 3, and there's gonna be 2x, x plus 3, x minus 3. Samuel, you say you don't know how to do it. Now, I already teach you the other day. You should have tried to do it. I don't care about you did it wrong. I care about you didn't try. Like, do you play sports, Samuel?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you play?
Baseball.
Baseball. So, I'm gonna tell you this is how do you pitch 90 mile per hour. And I'm gonna tell you like right now. Are you gonna pitch 90 mile per hour? The only thing is you go there and you pitch at 50 mile per hour, 55 mile per hour, 60 mile per hour, and you go your way up, right? So there's no way that you show me nothing and you says, hey, I'm gonna pitch 90 by just watching Randy Johnson play, right? Randy Johnson's kind of old for you guys. Do you guys know who Randy Johnson is? You play baseball, you should know who Randy Johnson. You know of him? Okay. Yeah, he can pitch like I forgot, 93, 94, like consistently. But you cannot watch him play and know like you're gonna throw 93 mile. You have to actually try putting effort to do things. So this is the things I need you to show me that you did. A lot of people show me nothing. I won't give you credit. I promise you, I will not give you credit. Even you got a right answer, you got a right interval, I will not give you credit. I'm gonna say that right now. Don't be complaining back to me. Says, how come you don't give me credit? I got a right answer. I don't see a right work. You give me a right answer. That doesn't tell me anything. So I'm gonna plug in negative 4. That's gonna give me negative, negative, negative. That's gonna be negative. I'm gonna plug in negative 1. That's gonna give you negative, positive, negative. That's positive. I'm gonna plug in 1. That's gonna be positive, positive, negative. Plug in 4. That's gonna be positive, 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 negative. So that's gonna give you the greater than 0. So it's gonna be from negative 3 bracket to 0 bracket union from 3 to infinity. This one's a parenthesis, however, but everything else is bracket. Winston, does that make sense? Did you get it right? Great question to ask. Next question. Val? That's fine. That's the way you should ask question. You don't know, because you can greater equal to 0. Imagine if I plug in 3 into the function, right? And the one nice thing about it's called zero product property. If you have 3 minus 3, this part is going to give me 0. It doesn't matter what value this is. 0 times anything is 0. But 0 is also true to be 0 greater than equal to 0 because 0 can equal to 0. So therefore, you should including 3 is the value. Now, you may not including if it's something like x minus 3 is on the bottom. Let's just say, I don't know, there's one other question like that. See that x cannot equal to 8, x cannot equal to negative 2. That should be a parenthesis. Right? So we're going to do that question also. Is that okay? So I'm going to do auto number line question. This is negative 2, 5, and 8, right? X minus 5, x minus 8, x plus 2. Now remember, if I have a negative sign, I'm going to put all the thing in negative sign. This is going to be negative. This is going to be negative. It's going to be negative, so it's negative. 0, negative, negative, positive. 6 is positive, negative, positive. Positive, positive, positive. Positive, negative, positive. Now be careful here though. If you want to find domain of this particular function, obviously we're looking for positive regions, so between negative 2 to 5. Now I gotta pay attention. Do I including negative 2? That should be parenthesis. Do I including 5?
Yeah.
Bracket. Union. Do I including 8? No, because 8 is on the bottom. Infinity is right here. So that would be a perfect answer for all of them. One more question. Yes? What? Number 1, just factor the bottom and just do the bottom part of number line test. I don't want to do that one because I won't rather spend some other thing to do other questions. Maybe 7 or 8, those are other tests. 10. 10, just multiply everything by 12.
Yeah, but the answer we were.
I don't know. Look on the graph. Look at the decimals and you'll see it. So 7 and 8, you guys have no problem. That's on the test. Number 10 is also on the test. Yes.
On number 8.
Sure. Multiply both sides by square. Make sure you isolate the absolute value, so it'll be x squared. Don't kill puppy. And then move to the other side. So x plus 7, x plus 5. X equal to negative 7, x equal to negative 5. Now, it could be extraneous. Which one's extraneous? Or maybe they both are extraneous. Huh? Yes? Sure.
question.
They might be both extraneous, so I'm gonna plug in here. So -7 plus 4 is equal to -4 times -7 plus 19. And then that's gonna be -3 equal to -28 plus 19. So -3 equal to square root of -9. And -9 is not possible. It's actually 3i here. This is -3, so it's not true. So -7 is not true. And -5 is also not true because you cannot square root of number here. So they both are not solution actually. So it's actually no solution.
No.
Yes.
Whenever a square root is whenever a radical is squared, don't they go in between the lines? Like the lines that positive sign go in?
Which question in particular?
A for A, like the last part. So when the radical is squared by 2.
Oh, is the middle part is always 8?
No, like don't they go in between like these two lines? Like whatever a negative.
Can you show me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like in here, I would put this in here because this was squared. This was squared, so doesn't it go here?
The box method?
No, not box method. Just like these lines, absolutely.
Oh no, that doesn't work. With the square root, you had to get rid of square root.
Square and the root just go away.
Yeah.
So when is it that it goes in here?
What
I've
becomes
seen-
absolute value?
Yeah, I've seen it like that happen in a square root.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, good. Right here, I would just worry about square both sides. Get rid of them.
When does that happen?
In different situation, I'm gonna talk about one later when we're going quadratic. But yeah, I'll get there. Yes, Ben.
What if you end up with square root of 9 is equal to -3?
Square root of 9 is equal to +3.
Yeah, but what if you get that? It's not.
It's still not a solution. So if you graph this function here, you move everything to the other side, you should not see any x in the side. If you don't believe me, try it. So this is actually a good question. No answer. Yes.
You can just find out that you multiply two negatives and you still put a negative. Like for the 28.
For question 8.
No, for the inside of the square root, you multiply two negatives and still got a negative answer.
Oh, 28. I see what you're saying. So this is 28 plus 5, so it's 36. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's square root 36, but square root 36 is not -3 still. So that's 6. 6 does not equal to -3. Thank you. But if you don't believe me, try to graph it. So, what was the question? X plus 4? Minus what? Root what? -4x. What? -19? 19 is 19. So you see there's no x-intercept? So you test both values. So both value can be extraneous. In this case, both the value are extraneous. You cannot just get rid of one and don't test the other one. You have to test both. And like I said, you can use decimal to find the answers. Can I move on? Okay. Today we're going to talk about rationalize and how to multiply radical. All right, give you a review. Okay, I want you to simplify this. This is on the next test. Emma's done. Quick job. Alex is done. Simplify the radicals as well, right? This is not the next test. This is the following test. The test on Monday is gonna be solving all kind of equation. Okay. Anybody have not solved yet? Raise your hand. Have not simplified yet. Everybody simplify? How do I simplify this? Simplify inside first, right? This first. What is a over 2? 4. What is x4 over x to the 6? X to the -2. What is y? Y to the 3. So I can do this. 4y to the 3x squared, right? Now that's going to give you, you can take it outside the radical. It's going to be what? 2. What else you can take it out? Over what? Square root y. So you should get this. How many of you guys don't understand what I did? Everybody's okay? Not too bad, right? Okay. Next one, I'm going to say 6 root of 98 plus 8 root of 8. I said I want you to simplify this. M plus square root 27. So I want to add and subtract this. 98 inside, yes. I'm gonna simplify starting with this. 98, what can I break down to? 9 and 42, right? What else you can break down to? 7 and 7. What can be taken out? 7, right? One's gonna get shot, right? So there's only one survivor. So 7 times 6 root 2. Is that okay? How about 8? Right. One group 2. So plus 8 times 2. Not adding, they are times. When you take out, it's times. Root 2. Is that okay? 27. What can be taken out? 3 root 3. Is that okay? So this is going to be 40 root 2 plus 16 root 2 plus 3 root 3. Is this okay? Which one can be added? Okay, so this is called a like, not like term. Remember, like I said, if you have 42x plus 16x plus 3y. So this is called like term, right? So this is called like radical. So that's going to be 58 root 2 plus 3 root 3 nothing can be added to cannot add together because you can only add the like radical, not the other one. The other one's not the same. You cannot add the same. Is this okay? Hmm. So make sure you can only add a like radical. This is not a like radical. You cannot add together because this is square root 3. This is square root 2. This is square root 2. They can add those two or subtract, but the other one cannot. Make sure of that. Okay. Again, you might get some third roots you have to worry about. Um, okay, let's try the questions. Now you can be cube root as well. So what if I have third roots of 81x to the 3y minus the third roots of 125x to the 5th plus 2x to the third root of 3y. So now it's third roots. If you know how to do this question, you're doing great. Then you don't need to worry about this particular question because this one's just add and subtract radicals. This is our Algebra 2 review, so. No lighting today. Remember, it's the third roots. You need 3 per group. How many guys are done? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This is 3, 27, 3, 9, 3, and 3, right? This is a group of 3. Is that okay? Did you do 3? 3 roots of 3. Is that okay? X cubed, can I take out x? And this y kind of they belong. Is that okay? This is 5 and 25. 5 and 5. You can take out one group of 5. So that's going to be 5. I can actually take out x. Is that okay? So it'll be x squared 2 the 3, right? Plus 2x third root of 3y. Which one can add together? So it'll be 5x 3y, right? Minus 5x 3 root of x squared. And that should be the final answer. You cannot add those two together because they don't have like radical. I'm just going through algebra 2 really fast. Okay, we're going to talk about rationalize. What does rationalize mean? This is a very, very important topic because most of the trick stuff you need to rationalize. So what does rationalize mean? If you have square root 2 over square root 7, like this, what's wrong with this notation? Emma says what? Okay, good. So how do you get rid of that? Ah, good. So square root 7 times square root 7. So you multiply this, it's 1 because square root 7 over square root 7. But you multiply the same radical on denominator. And that's how you rationalize the denominator. So in this case, these two are the same. So you can square root 14 over square root 7 times square root 7 is going to be 7. Now, a lot of people, people try to be cute. They simplify the 17, they simplify the 14 and 7. No, it cannot be simplified because one's inside a radical, one's outside a radical, they cannot be simplified. If you have 14 outside, then 14 and 7 can be simplified. But the 14 is inside, 7 is outside, they cannot simplify it to become square root 2. And they will do that on the test. And please don't do that because that's just stupid. Because you cancel whatever inside radical, their argument. You cannot cancel it outside the arguments. Is that okay? Okay. Let me give you one that's kind of... hold on a second. Okay, so let me give you this one. So research, you get answer? Emily, did you get answer? What'd you get?
Well, I ended up with just 5.
How many of you guys got 5? Okay. So the thing is, this question is actually kind of tricky. You're not supposed to rationalize. What are you supposed to do? Simplify. Because they both are underneath radical. So can I just do 50 over 2? And that's square root 25, and that's equal to 5. But if you rationalize, it's a lot of work. Square root 2 over square root 2. That's going to be 2, and this is going to be square root 100. Square root 100 is 10. 10 over 2. That's equal to 5. So it takes a lot longer to get an answer done, but it's not the best way. So that's how you rationalize denominator. You can rationalize it this way. Yes. What?
Wouldn't you do plus or minus?
No, you don't do the plus minus. We're going to talk about that later, not right now, because I don't want to confuse more about students. I want to talk about, in the next 7 minutes, I want to talk about how to rationalize this. So what if you have square root 5 over 2 square minus square root of 6? And I want to rationalize this one. So obviously you have a radical on denominator. It's not okay. So if you're good at math, can you tell me how do I rationalize this? Anyone volunteer? Did any of your Algebra 2 teachers how to rationalize binomial on the bottom? Yes.
Multiplied by 2.
What?
Multiplied by negative radical 6.
No. Kasnick?
You change the 5 when you multiply the denominator. Sure about
You might be on the right track. Isaac, I know you know, so I'm not gonna call on you. Anybody else? Maybe Emma? Emma's good at math?
Saying like the same thing, but
What is the same thing?
like multiply it by 2 minus square root of 6, like you did before, but
Anybody else? So good. Nobody teach you. I feel useful again. You multiply something called conjugate, right, Isaac? The conjugate is 2 plus root 6. And that's called a conjugate. So this is known as a conjugate in math. Most of you guys think about conjugates in Spanish, but no. There's a conjugate in math. It's the opposite term. You just change the term between from negative to plus, but you still multiply this by this. The reason being is this. So I'm going to distribute the top. This is going to be 2 root 5. Is that okay? Plus root 30. Is that okay? And the bottom, be careful. Now, if we ever expand the conjugate, this is what happened. Why do you expand the conjugate? Because this is the actual difference of a square. And if you multiply, that will end up to be a squared minus b squared. So quickly, I can know it's 2 minus 6. That's equal to negative 4. Now, I'm going to show you why it's negative 4 by expanding out completely. So if I expand this, 2 times 2 is equal to what? Plus 2 root 6, right? Minus 2 root 6, right? Minus 6, right? Do you see that middle term cancel out? But that's a lot of work. I'd rather know this way because it's this much easier. So that's going to be 4 minus, oops. I did this, it should be 4, my fault. This is 4 minus 6. That should be negative 2. So I do it this way. So 4 subtract 6 is equal to negative 2. Long way or short way, on the bottom is going to be negative 2. Now what you're going to do is you're going to split. So 2 root 5 over negative 2 plus 30 over negative 2. So that's going to be negative root 5 minus square root 30 over 2. And that will be a better answer than the other one. You're going to try to rationalize this, and you're going to try to think about what's conjugate of this. 6 minus 2 root 8 over root 6. There's only 2 minutes left. Hopefully you guys can finish to rationalize this. So remember, there's a radical on the denominator. First of all, what's conjugate of 6 minus 2 root 8? Okay, 6 plus root 2 8, right? Now if I don't have enough time, just watch a video. So I'm gonna times by 6 plus 2 root 8. 6 plus 2 root 8, is that okay? Now on the bottom, I can do it a quick way. I can do a minus b times a plus b. That's equal to a squared minus b squared. So I can do it this way. I can say that's 36 minus 4 times 8. Is that okay? So that's equal to 4. So on the bottom will end up to be 4. 6 root 6 plus 2 root 8. 2 root 8 can simplify more, so it'll be 6 root 6 plus 4 root 2 over 4. And that's going to be 6 root 6 over 4 plus 4 root 2 over 4. That's equal to 3 over 2 root 6 plus root 2. Now if you say, hey, how do I expand the bottom? I can show you. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 12 root 8 minus 12 root 8. They can cancel out. Minus 2 times 2 is 4. Square root times 8, square root 8 is 8. So it'll be 36 minus 32. That's equal to 4. So this is how you come up with the 4. Or I can do it, the difference of square, come up with a 4 much easier. And your math is much quicker.
If I give you 6 root 6 plus 4 root 2 over 4, will I get the same credit as the...
Yes, but I would prefer you actually able to simplify split because I'm practicing a lot of math technique. Make sure that you can put it individual term because you can use for different reasons in calculus. Yes.
What if you have a cube?
That's really hard to rationalize, but if you ever have something that's a cube root like this, I don't know, like this, you had to multiply 2 to the 2/3 power. Because this one 2 to the 1/3 power times 2 to the 2/3 power, and this 2 to the 2/3 power. This one's going to be 2 and 2. This one's going to be 4 third. And this actually will simplify down to here.
Oh my god, how was it?
That's kind of tricky, but I don't need to do that yet. Now in calculus that we have to do this.
For the one that you did above this, was it a square root of 30 over negative 2, or was it square root 30 over 2? It was above that.
Here.
Yeah.
Still 30 over negative 3. So this is going to be negative though. So if it be positive and negative becomes negative.
Also, you said the test is on Monday.
Mhm.
I'm not going to be here Monday because I have an appointment. But am I able to take it Tuesday, like either during the period or
That's fine.
you're
Is everything okay?
yeah,
That's fine.
No.
No, is the
Y'all let anybody crazy?
yeah, I changed.
I'm not
Like, can you just finish that?
I got
Just not want to split it to that 2 root 8.
Did I forgot? I might have forgot. It was really quick. So let me see. Ooh, I did forget. You're right. For those of people I forgot, I'm so sorry. Thank you for catching my mistake. So it'll be 6 root 6. I'm gonna cross this out. Actually, don't cross that out. Plus 2 root of 48 over 4. Better? Okay, so this one I can take out a 4. 6 root 6 plus 4 times 2 is 8. It'll be 3 over 2 root 6 plus 2 root 3. Is that better? Okay, thank you. Bye.
So what I need to study this is really kind of creative. So like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. I guess math not too bad. Algebra.
Yeah. I just went to good classes for you. I think I feel more better with the algebra.
Well, eventually you're getting better. That's why we're taking this class.